Everyone, just want to come out here and make a statement. I normally don't like to get involved in this kind of drama, but I feel like it's necessary. I think I want to show support for my fighter and give my version of events. Obviously, I think that the first mistake, going in there was 5 days notice. It was a very short notice fight coming out of quarantine straight into making our debut in the UFC. That's not easy in itself. I think that following that, there was a problem of, overconfident about what Max can do in there. And I still believe in him. I think he has the potential to be one of the greats. That hasn't changed at all. But I think we were a little overconfident, and that led to a tactical mistake. The tactical mistake of him trying to finish his opponent very quickly in the first round like he normally does. And it was not something that, I think it worked against us, and that led to another mistake, which was him gassing out, which led to something else, which led to him breaking mentally. Max is not a quitter. He is a champion. I have no doubts about that, but he was very frustrated. I stand by what I did. I gave him the mental push that he needed. I would expect the exact same thing from him if he were in my shoes, or any of my coaches for that matter. Like, I expect nothing but greatness from the people around me. And if they're critiquing me, that's love. That's true love. It's the only way to show you care for someone is to make sure that they're being given the best version of themselves. Had he been seriously injured, I would have been the first one to stop that fight. I would have stopped that fight before anyone else. No one cares about him more than I do, other than his immediate family. He's been living with me for 2 years. I've been putting, the last 3 years of my life, I put a lot of time and energy into Max, and it doesn't change how I feel about him, but I know him, and I know that he wasn't seriously hurt. I know he was not in harm's way. He was just frustrated, and I was trying to give him a push to make sure that he overcame that frustration, because I still believe he could have won the fight. I felt he won the first round. I don't see how he lost the first round. He definitely lost the second, and I think he thought he could have turned it the third. Even if not in an exciting manner, he could have won a decision, and that's what I was trying to get him to do. If you pay close attention, I did call the fight at the very last second. I did the right thing. I exhausted the 60 seconds, and at the very last second, I called it because, strategically, that was the correct thing to do. So I don't regret my decision at all. I think there's a lot of hype from the media. Not only people that don't understand fighting, but people that don't understand journalism, which is, if you're a journalist, you should at least understand journalism. And I think journalism comes with a degree of honesty in detriment of sensationalism. And I think that some people are so worried about clicks and algorithms and boosting their presence online that they'll make a stand for just about anything to get attention. I despise that position. I think that you should stand by by some code of ethics that, I don't see in journalism today. So the video is edited in a way that, there's no context. It looks like he's severely injured, and, clearly, he wasn't. There needs to be more context to these things. And, but it is what it is. I hope the UFC gives him another shot. I know he's a champion, and, that doesn't change how I feel about him one bit. I wanted to thank everyone for supporting, family, friends, strangers. As far as the haters, the only thing I can recommend is that you give it a try one day. It's easier said than done. You don't see me writing critiques on academic papers on quantum physics. You know why? Because I don't understand quantum physics. You don't see me making critical statements about basketball and football, because I don't play. I never played basketball and football, and I barely understand any aspect of it. So I just keep it to myself, and I try to focus on the things that I do understand. And I do understand fighting, and Max was apt. He is apt to be a champion. I have no doubts about that. But for the haters, man, give it a go. I think you'll learn a lot if you actually give it a try one day. All right? Love you guys. Thank you. Ciao.